That's what we have one application.
Sounds like a value holder then, so if there's another screen opening that on, it would update?
No, it's not doing a push, it's directly in response to the action from this point. But if another action occurred on another thing that was following with the same object, updated that part of the screen, you could do that. There is a technology, or not really a technology, a technique called deployment, which is available for Seaside in a very, very alpha form, which allows the web browser to know when something's changed on the server and do that kind of update. But we're not going to go there.
Another question, how did you get two different sessions looking at the same object? Is it like a session size, or is it bigger than?
Then you just have to use regular sportsbook code to share objects, and whichever way you sort of correct it. It's a very specific technique for sharing objects like that. It's all on the server side anyway.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. The server would require, is your state based on your session?
Yes.
So you share sessions between users.
Yes. Well, in this particular case, the URL here includes the session key. This S equals English. That is no session key. If I give you this URL, you will come back to this page with the same count as I have right now.
And sessions expire?
Yeah.
So you can't come back to that 2 weeks from now.
You can, if you program it right. So if you've decided that your program is going to work that way, for example, WDB. You may have heard of or seen WDB. It's kind of a really big Seaside 2.0 or Seaside 2.8 application. Uses lots of Ajax, lots of spectacular stuff. It's really quite fantastic. It looks wonderful. What they do is they save your image on their server. So your URLs that you're using persist. So when you go back to one of those URLs with yours, it fires up your image again and it's there.
Do they actually save the image?
Yeah, they really do.
When you log out, though, right?
I don't know exactly when they do it. I think they do it when you haven't used it for a while. So instead of timing out the session, they time out the image.
So if your browser crashes, you may still
Yeah, you can get back to it, yeah.
to the previous point of, right? Or unless you remember the URL and you do it immediately, there you go.
Well,
okay, so
your application could offer them points they were at as well. If you want to be really smart. In an application I built before moving to Cincom, if you crash like that and the log back in, it will offer you where you were to jump back. Yep.
Sure, there's two mechanisms, asynchronous stuff, right? The free script active.
Yep.
Underneath the scenes, this is using the same mechanism with script active, totally different.
Yeah, at the very end of the day, they're both using what's called the XML HTTP request log in JavaScript on the front side. So yes, same technique at the end of the day, but the Scriptaculous library is more powerful. It gives you a lot more options for your asynchronous columns.
So Scriptaculous is not Seaside. Scriptaculous is an Ajax library from somebody else.
Okay, that's a question. Like, so Scriptaculous, is it a demo of all that you can do with Seaside, or it has nothing to do with Seaside, but we can? Like, I'm confused.
Yeah, so it's a library that's separate from Seaside that's being wrapped up to be used from Seaside. So what we're looking at right now.
No, it's written in JavaScript.
No, so what you're seeing right now is Smalltalk code wrapping up the JavaScript. So we're actually driving Scriptaculous from Seaside. Okay? And Scriptaculous is driving the web browser. So,
okay, but I guess my question is, like, when I went to this site from my web browser, I was wondering, is it something that interests people? Like, is it something that interests people outside of the Seaside?
Yes, Scriptaculous is used by Ruby on Rails as well, and several other frameworks.
Okay.
Yeah,
so you're showing with that you can interface from Seaside to all of the features that are demoed there.
Yeah. Okay. So an example of that is this program here, you can highlight, and anything that uses this kind of tag, it will highlight in yellow and fade out. So the code in Smalltalk to do that is this. You have an input field here that we call a selector, and we're asking you for what kind of selector you want. We default to H1. When we hit the submit, we have an evaluator that triggers off our form, and it sends render evaluator on the set. So render evaluator here goes with the script selector, add that selector, and tell what to do when effect highlight. So what that means is that we wrap up the JavaScript call to make an effect on the front side, and that effect should be the highlight effect for all the selectors that we have matched. So we're driving this purely from small source code, and it transforms into JavaScript code and works on the front side. So there's an inefficient clock that's actually asking the server every second for time. That's the clock. This is the same asynchronous stuff but being done here with these script activities instead. I'm just trying to drag and drop tonight. This is something that you generally can't do in web browsers without a nice modern library. You want to actually drag and drop nodes around, reorder them, put them in different spots, and have that sent back to the server so you can do that transformation in your actual code. We were talking about effects before. There are lots of pointless effects that come with these things. So, some of them can be used to great effect, but often you don't really use these. That's your quintessential annoying ad there. And here is just a piece of information. This is a piece of small code that generated enough JavaScript that you would capture events and render the events on the front side without having to put it in the server. That's Scriptaculous, and Scriptaculous is then used to great effect in many applications. In fact, I guess this view source one is a nice example. I think just the best example of where you can see Scriptaculous action is WDB.
What's that called in?
WDB. So I'm not going to go into it now, actually. You should go look it up. wdb.org. Yeah. It's a web 2.0 application that's a database spreadsheet, Microsoft Access and Newcotton type thing, and it's really easy to use. Actually, it's fantastic.
Well, it looks like a multi-dimensional spreadsheet.
Yeah, it's really cool.
And DADB.
Yeah,
DADB, LDB.
Yep.
When you go to the main URL of Scriptaculous, can you show us what on the server gets what is expired?
Yeah. Go back to the start of Scriptaculous here. Toggle on that header. You see SU alt text. So if you go and have a look at this program, it's render content on. It renders out the header, renders out the menu, and renders out the children. So the header is that the graphics one, and that's literally coming out of here with the logo and fires up a resource that is the logo from the URL. And the menu is based on the items that we actually have. Tabs. So we build up the tabs for all the different tests that we have. And the children is the content that we're substituting and stuff. So in this case, we're rendering out whatever that we've got. And then we also render out the show source step. So we can show the source for whatever it is we're doing. And that's it. That's the main front page.
But the fancy format is
Yes. So this program, which is what we can, includes include my libraries, SU library, and SU all test library. And one of these will include the CSS that you see on the graphics.
and the tabs are where should set cycle through these tabs, not just there the tab subject, right?
And initialize it.
There.
Making a selection of pages.
Yeah. And is that written out like out there? It looks like something you're going to drag and drop.
No, that's this program that they wanted to do that sort of thing. But normally tabs use tab widget, but they didn't have tab widget connectors, so they just done it by hand.
Yeah.
One interesting point about Seaside is that they don't actually have HTML templates. All the HTML is written by Seaside.
Yeah. So you get better reviews, components, and configuration, etc.
I have some questions about that. I'm asking you.